Episode 3982, The Walls of Comparison.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're ready for an extraordinary week, because you know what? Whatever you set your mind to, that's what's going to show up. Attitude, how you present yourself. But you know what happens? What do you do with the walls of comparison? For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. So I really want you to be honest with yourself as we go through this today. I want you to think about, how am I showing up? What does this look like for me? And I want you to see, are you looking at, oh, but she does this or he does that? Where are you trying to change the rails that you're on and switching it to somebody else? Because, you know, we build walls around ourselves thinking they're shields. We want to keep others out to guard our weaknesses and doubts. We really don't want anybody peeking in on where we're not good. Right? Think about when it comes to whether you win or lose. Are you one who always has to win? Or is it okay to lose too and to learn more? You see, what happens when walls are built up, they don't protect you. We're talking about the walls of comparison, right? They don't protect you. They actually keep you locked in. And when you have this dream or a goal that demands stepping outside your comfort zone, which honestly, if you have a dream, most likely that is going to require hard work, whatever it is. You're going to face more than fear and uncertainty. You face the trap of comparison, looking side to side. Now, you may be wondering, Christiane, we've talked about this. We know it exists. Then why are you still in it? Seriously. Does it matter your age? Does it matter your gender? We get stuck in comparison so often. Let me throw kind of a tizzy into all of this, because I told you I want you to be honest. If you're one who goes to church, I'm going to make the assumption that you are. When you go to church, do you wonder what somebody else is thinking about you? Or are you looking at them wondering, well, I wonder what she's doing, or whatever goes through your mind? Be honest. Be honest. We've all done it. I have. But you see, that's the problem. We're inventing our way to not accomplishing what God has in store for us. Now, you can look at this from a perspective of in the workplace, in your own home, in your own family. Do you look side to side at your brothers and sisters? Do you look at your mom? Do you look at your dad? Maybe you even look at your dog. Now, I know that's a stretch, but seriously, maybe you have this thing where I don't get the attention, but my puppy dog does. Okay, that's a real deal. I'm not saying it's your deal, but it's a real thing. And so when we peer at what everyone else is doing and forget what we alone bring to the table, we're leaving so much behind. Our gifts, talents, and unique value get left behind because we're too busy measuring ourselves against shadows, not our own path. We're worried and consumed by everybody else. Now, let me interject this for a moment. If you are looking side to side, let's say you're looking specifically because you are going up another company who has really the same product as you. If you're looking at that and you're doing that kind of comparison, that's a different conversation. If you are the CEO of a company and you're modeling after another company, so long as you're looking at it just side by side, that's not a big deal. But it's when you're trying to be someone you're not. And it's not just about being the masquerade ball and attending that and putting your mask on and saying, this is who I want to be and I'm going to pretend till I make it, right? Fake it till I make it. We've all heard that. None of that gets us anywhere fast. But you see, all of it comes under the file folder of comparison. And quite frankly, why do we get stuck on what others are doing, what others are thinking, what others are saying? Well, more than we admit, it's a way to dodge accountability. Okay, let that punch hit you just for a moment. It's a way to dodge accountability. When you're locked into looking at someone else's scorecards, seeing how they're doing in their life, you can blame your own stall on, well, I'm just not as lucky. I don't have as many resources. I didn't have the dad that she had, or whatever the case may be. It's a built-in excuse, a safety net woven from envy and doubt. Now, maybe you're saying, well, I don't necessarily envy anybody, but boy, do I have doubts. Okay, you may not have one in one area, but more in others. I want you to be honest as you're looking at this and thinking about this. Because seriously, who locks the doors from the inside and throws away the key? Who does? Those who are not satisfied with their own direction. So if you're kind of stuck in comparison, think about it. Are you not satisfied with where you are in your own life? Because what happens is they focus elsewhere, and when they don't succeed, the excuse is already waiting. And worse yet, they start modeling their own attempts on someone else's timeline, never realizing that by watching others too closely, they've given up on their own shot. They've just thrown in the towel. Where are you right now? Are you one who says, I'm getting into a different season and I can feel the move? So are you ready to stop giving up? Then unlock your walls of comparison. That is your kiss to keep it simple strategy. Unlock your walls of comparison. Because you can't look at somebody else's walls. If you look at mine, you'll be like, Christiane, you got it all put together. Oh, let me tell you right now, I do not always have it put together. There are times that I just need a nap. Seriously. I'm like, can I be my 2-year-old granddaughter and go nap for like 3.5 hours? She usually does sometimes. I'm like, oh, if only. Like sleep nonstop for that amount of time. I don't even do that at night. But that's for another episode. But we sit here and we get ourselves so entangled with our own CRAP of life. Are you hanging out with that too much? Your challenges, right? Are you just sitting there going, I can't handle the rejections? What happens when my adversaries come up and I just really don't know how to handle it? All these problems I'm going through. What is it? Yeah, it does feel really kind of crappy, doesn't it? It does. And so then we convince ourselves that we can't get any further than this. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. It's just not true. So unlock your walls of comparison. What does it look like in real life? Number 1, zero in on your own scorecard. You remember those scorecards when you go to putt-putt? I know. Wouldn't it be nice if life was just as easy as putt-putt? I'm not always good at it, but every once in a while, I do manage to get a hole in one. I don't know how it happens, but it does. But regardless of that, think of your scorecard, right? But it's got to be your scorecard. It can't be you looking at somebody else's or saying, wait, can I borrow yours so I look like you? Forget everyone else's stats, everyone else's timelines, the success hacks, whatever it is that they're dealing with. What does progress look like for you? And be specific with your thoughts. Be sure to celebrate the smaller wins too, because they become your real markers. They become the markers in your timeline. The mile markers. Remember, one step at a time leads to miles of greatness. What are those mile markers? Maybe you find yourself scrolling through Instagram, right? Comparing your life to a few other people. And it could be of all different types, right? You might be looking at your career going, if only I would have made this decision 10 years ago. It was right there. I said no. I should have said yes. If you're still in that and that happened over a decade ago, get over it. It's not serving you. So if you're one who's like doing the scroll, Instead of doing that, jot down 3 ways you've moved forward today. What's happened today to you for the positive that's where you are really focused on you, your dreams, your goals, your life. Own your momentum. Say, yes, I'm doing it. No, it's not going to be perfect, but it's not about perfection. It's about what? One step at a time leads to miles of greatness. You got a hill to climb, a mountain to climb. You're going to hit some peaks and valleys along the way. But all you need to do is take that one step. Number 2, reframe envy into inspiration, not imitation. I love that, honestly. When I was thinking about that, I'm like, we so want to be sometimes someone else, right? But instead of envying somebody, be inspired by it and don't try to copycat it. That's not a good idea. When you catch yourself thinking, they have it all and I don't, pause and ask, what specifically inspires me here, right? Redirect yourself, reframe. What purpose does this serve? Use that to fuel your own creativity, not direct you toward copying someone else's path. Remember, the grass is greener on the other side until it turns brown. Think about that. Anybody who has success has had more failures than you. Seriously. Because those who want to climb the ladder, whatever ladder it is, it could be the ladder of wanting a family and wanting to have children. It could be your marriage. It could be your career. There's so many things, right? We're not just talking about dreams and goals here. We use that as kind of a highlight because it allows us to kind of grab onto something tangible. And don't tell me you're just a mom, because frankly, you're not. You're more than just a mom. You're a woman of impact. I'm pushing ahead, creating transformation. So when you take that envy and reframe it into inspiration and not imitation, it can fuel your own creativity, right? Take what works for you, but add your own voice and perspective, right? Do what you are created to do. Use your gifts, your talents. If you're looking at someone else now and you can kind of understand why you're looking at them and you're not looking at them from a perspective of, I wish I was you, but what can I learn from you? There's a difference. I wish I was you. What can I learn from you? What stance are you taking? That's a great way to know, gosh, am I more on the envy side of imitation versus envy side of inspiration? Big difference, right? You want to be you every single time. So choose you. And then finally, number 3, embrace the discomfort of being a little nervous. You know, I can remember when I would go and have to perform on stage. I've been in plays and musicals and everything. I've been on big, huge stages and things. I mean, my pageants and, going for the Olympics and all of these things that I've tried to do, big stuff, little stuff. I mean, even just showing up on the stage in my own home, right? Being a great mom, a good wife. Really, I would like to be an excellent wife. Ask my husband and see what he tells you. It changes, I'm sure, by the hour. But regardless, right? The nerves come up, right? And we get these little kind of weird feelings in our stomach or maybe in our heart or even in our hands. Nervousness, my friend, means growth. Uncertainty means you are stepping up. There's more than where you are right now. And that's a great feeling to have. So harness it. Sit with that feeling instead of retreating into comparison, which just masquerades as safety but only leaves you stagnant, right? You don't want to be a zombie, right? That is not your life. Your life is to go out and impact the world that you touch in a manner of utilizing your gifts and talents in the way God has created you to be, with who you are and who you are becoming. The actions that scare you are often the ones that propel you forward. And I know, I look back, I reflect on my life, not to say, oh, woe's me, or I wish, or wow, that was awesome, because all of that could be trouble. But truly to look back and say, okay, it was in these moments that, my nerves got the best of me, but guess what? I made headway. That doesn't mean I won, whatever winning meant in that particular situation. It doesn't mean I lost either. It means I was present. And I wasn't going to let a little discomfort and a little nervousness shake me and put me back within the walls of comparison. So I want to bring you full circle. We've been talking about the Olympics for a couple weeks. And unfortunately, the main Olympics have come to a close, right? Did you watch the closing ceremony? It was beautiful. But now we've got the Paralympics. So I would encourage you, if you're an Olympic fan, watch them. Pay attention because those athletes are incredible too. But the official Olympics have closed. But I want to bring you full circle. And I want to use this honestly as a teaching moment because I think sports does a lot. Yeah, it's called MoMA Sports Center. But take a look at the 2026 Winter Olympics, right? The USA men's hockey team. We had not won a gold medal for 46 years. You heard me correctly, 46. For nearly 5 decades. They had more silvers than they had really honestly golds, right? And I'm sure to them, they were near misses. But if they had stayed stuck replaying every loss, going back to every single one, every past failure, every missed goal, they would never have broken through. Now, I know we've got different guys on the team. I get that. But beside that point, it's going back and going, well, gosh, they worked hard and they practiced and they had everything they needed. We have the same thing. It's just different technology now. So basically teams were equal all the way up. But at some point you're like, am I really winning? Or are we just always going to be on the losing team? But you see, here was the thing. They didn't. They didn't stay stuck in replaying every loss. They stayed focused on each game that they were present at on the day and the goal ahead, not the ghost of past performance or the looming shadow of their opponent. And let me tell you, Canada can be a very big looming shadow. But let me tell you this, they stepped it up when it mattered most. And yes, the USA men's hockey team beat Canada 2-1 in overtime. It was spectacular. Now, if you're Canada, I'm sorry, you played a great game. I enjoy hockey, both men and women. And for both of our teams to bring home gold, I celebrate that. But I celebrate more, not the medal per se, but where they were within their mindset, where they were within their hearts. There were moments, honestly, the women's hockey team, they had to come from behind. Canada was set up to win. And they had to make a goal to stay in the game and then a goal to win the game in overtime. That's hard to do when you're already behind to begin with because Canada scored first. In the midst of it, I know you know what this is like. Even if you've never been on a sports team, you know what it's like to be behind. It's hard to come back from being behind. But you see, here's this. You might be thinking, what does this have anything to do with me, Christiane? Just because you like the Olympics and sports, what's the real lesson here? All right, here we go. If athletes locked themselves inside the walls of comparison, they would never make history. And your life works the same way. You'll never make history in a manner that God has created you to make history. Again, we're not comparing. This is your life, your story. So you either stay imprisoned by what others have done or you push forward no matter the fear. So I've been asking you to be honest with me, with yourself. And if you're dialoguing with me, that's okay. I do it too. It's important, right? Sometimes we need to hear ourselves think out loud. We need to say, gosh, that really did hit me. And maybe you need to go back to a certain area within this episode. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There are many things that I will go back to. I'm like, that just struck me. That word or that phrase stood out to me. You don't have to listen to the whole thing, but find what it is. Go to the show notes. Go to createyournow.com. Everything's there. It's a highlight. Now, I don't do a full transcript, by the way, of our podcast. I just do highlights, our show notes. It's an easy read for you, but it might help you. Oh, wait, I'm going to go look at it about this point within the episode, okay? Maybe one of these days I'll get there, but there's just too much to do. But seriously, be honest with yourself. When you look at your own walls of comparison, are they holding you captive? Or are you willing to be a little nervous? Are you willing to shift your focus inward and move beyond standing still? What is it for you? What's coming up? What are you thinking about? Change isn't comfortable. It's not, and it should not be. But comfort zones, as we know, never made Olympic gold medalist. They didn't make the USA men's hockey team this year or the USA women's hockey team. They all had to get out of their comfort zone. They all had to do things that they didn't know what it looked like. Even being on the big stage, Hillary Knight, right? She was back again and again and again, but this was a different team, and she was now the captain. It looks different. The brothers, 2 sets of brothers on the men's hockey team. It looks different. It feels different. Comfort zones aren't going to get you to where you want to be. So guess what? I think it's time you get a little uncomfortable. Release yourself from that prison you built. Tear down those walls of comparison and be willing to let your light shine. Because remember, you're going for the mile markers. One step at a time leads to your miles of greatness. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.